This video is sponsored by Surfshark.
Potato bears.
The most shocking item in all of German cooking. Would you like to taste his balls?
Kind of tastes like gas station meat.
Instant potatoes. Ew! Yeah. Raw pork! Hey everyone, my name is Andong and this gentleman right here needs no introduction. But in case you've been living under a rock, this is Ethan Schabowski, host of one of my favorite YouTube food channels. Can you tell everyone what your channel is about?
Yeah, so I'm all about home cooking, so I love diving into technique, but also cook very simple and basic things too, and then also love exploring food all over the world, which is why I'm in France for the next couple of months and decided to come up to Berlin.
And since Ethan is in town, I thought we absolutely have to have him try a couple of iconic German snacks. What is your impression of German snacking culture?
I think the only one I know is the Kinder Egg. Outside of that, I literally know nothing else.
We are about to let you try what? Like, I think 20 something German snacks. You are gonna give each snack a rating from 1 to 10. Guys, this is not clickbait, but you absolutely have to watch until the end of this video because Ethan is about to try the most shocking item in all of German cooking, in all of German cuisine, because it's not even considered cooking, I think. With that said, here is item number 1. Ethan, what is this?
Looks like currywurst.
Exactly what it is. Berlin specifically is known for its curry sausage. This is a very controversial version of a curry sausage that you can have at home in mere minutes. I have heard a lot of things about it, some good, some bad, and in fact, I have never tried this. It says before cooking, remove this. Oh, look at that. We got the classic German currywurst style wooden mini fork. This must be the curry seasoning. Apparently all we gotta do is pierce this a few times and then microwave it for 2 minutes. The one, the only Curry King, AKA instant curry sausage. A lot of people think currywurst is actually like drowsed in ketchup. At least if you're buying a good currywurst, it's not ketchup. And then it's always dusted with some curry powder.
It smells kind of good, actually.
So as the guest of honor, you get the wooden fork.
Let's go. I like the sauce and the flavor. The meat's pretty generic. Kind of tastes like gas station meat.
It's like mush.
But they've done a good job at masking it in some sauce.
The sauce is absurdly sweet, like sweeter than ketchup.
Yeah. If you had enough drinks late at night, you know, I could see myself putting back one of these. I'm gonna give this like a 5 at the moment. Like the meat kind of just tastes like a hot dog. So I think with this having 1 or 2 bites, it's like, okay. I think the big problem is if you sat down and had this whole thing, you'd be very sick of it and you'd be like, what did I get myself into?
100%. In the meantime, Ethan, we can have a drink. This is called Spezi. Let's see if you can guess because it's easy. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'll give you a little hint. It has 2 components and you know both of them.
Is it like Coca-Cola and Fanta?
Yes.
Exactly.
That is exactly what it is. Like mixing Coca-Cola and Fanta 50-50 is what we call Spezi in Germany. It's very, very popular. In fact, so popular that people started selling this pre-mixed off-brand. Not from the Coca-Cola company. It's actually a beer company.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like an open secret that this brand makes the best Spezi mix. But yeah, if you want to recreate this at home, no matter where you are in the world, 50% Coke, 50% Fanta. There you go. On a scale from 1 to 10?
For drinks, I'm gonna put it at a 7 right now.
Could you read out the name of this snack?
That would be Super Dickmann's.
Super Dickmann's, but it gets worse. These things, like until a few years ago, I think they were always officially called that.
Yeah.
But colloquially, people would call them N-word kisses.
Ooh.
And like until like 10 or 15 years ago, that was still quite common to call them that.
Oh, they're big, okay.
There you go. Super Dickmann's.
Oh, they're light.
They are light.
Very light.
Cheers.
Cheers.
3, 2, 1. Ooh. Why? Oh my God, you ate them sideways.
Is that not what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to go top?
Yeah, I think so. Everybody knows you start from the top, you eat your way down, and in the end, you end up with this thing, which you like lick off, and then you just eat the wafer. I mean, that's how all the kids do it. People describe it as like eating a cloud.
Halfway in between like whipped cream and a marshmallow.
Actually, exactly what this tastes like and feels like. So what's your rating?
I'm gonna give this like a 6.3.
Not a 6.31, you sure?
No, yeah, I think 6.3 just flat.
More sweets. This one is called Hanuta. Super quick explanation. Hanuta, it's actually a short form of Haselnusstafel, so Hanuta, and that translates to hazelnut bar. But also this product has been around for like decades. Must be like since the 50s or something.
Smells good. I don't love hazelnut stuff. So like even Nutella, I know people love Nutella. Like I'm just not.
Not a Nutella guy?
I'm not a big Nutella guy, so
Okay.
we'll see. Great texture.
Yeah?
Great texture, yeah. There's nuts, like hazelnuts inside the chocolate piece.
The wafer is super light and super crispy.
Yeah. For me, if the chocolate was a little darker, I would love these. I'm gonna go like a 6.8.
That's pretty good for a sweet item.
Yeah,
in Ethan's
exactly.
world.
Yeah, that's solid.
We're going from something very firm to something very soft and tender.
Milchschnitte.
Yes, that's exactly how you pronounce it. It's more like Milchschnitte, but yeah.
Milchschnitte, okay.
You were close.
This is like the complete difference that our last. It's like soft bread almost.
Cheers. Oh my God.
Wow. That is super interesting. It's like a citrus, like bready cake almost. I actually really like the bread part.
Nobody knows what it is. Honestly, nobody knows. It's definitely not chocolate, which it looks like. It's not.
The flavor's quite good. But yeah, the texture is soft. I don't know. Pretty one-dimensional.
It kind of melts in your mouth.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like this would actually be good like in the afternoon with like a cup of tea. Don't really like the texture, but I like the taste. I'm gonna go with 6 flat. And also I've been thinking about my rating a little bit. So like if something's below, I'm gonna say like a 3, that's like pretty bad and like almost not edible. Like I would never eat it again. So there's not gonna be a ton of low numbers unless you give me something I can't eat.
Well, wait for it. Let's do something savory to change things up a bit. Ethan, this is German Kräutersalz.
Say that again?
Kräutersalz.
Whoa.
People use this seasoned salt for like salad dressings and especially on eggs. But I think there's one thing this particular salt is just made for, and that's avocado.
Oh.
And that's why I also got us the classic German avocado. Let's sprinkle some. Ooh, actually looks nice.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone designed this to go with avocado, but let's see if Ethan agrees with me that it does.
This would make a banging avocado toast. Maybe
Right?
even a little more sprinkle and some black pepper. Like, yeah, we're talking.
Merry Christmas, Ethan.
I'm taking this home with me now.
Yeah.
This is great. Like I'm gonna put this at like an 8. I mean, I know you can't eat it like directly, but it's an ingredient that can lead to very good things.
Time for another drink, and this one is super classic for Berlin in particular. It's called Fassbrause, and it used to be something that breweries made for the kids of their clients. I can't even explain what this tastes like, and I've tried to recreate this so many times in my life, I am not getting any closer. I don't know what it's made from, but maybe you can tell me. So if any one of you guys watching knows what Fassbrause is made from, please tell me.
I literally don't like know what this tastes like.
Right?
But it's good.
It's good,
It's
right?
very good, but I don't, like I'm trying to think of something to compare it to. It's almost like a Dr. Pepper slightly mellowed out with like a background of cherries.
People who've like
Flavor.
tried to recreate this, they've been playing around with rosemary.
Almost a little appley too.
Yeah, a little bit like apple or rosemary is what people say.
So I don't think it's quite as good as our first drink. I'm gonna give it I'm gonna go 6, 7.
All right. You know how the world has instant noodles? Well, Germany has instant potatoes. Instant mashed potato and
Interesting.
meatballs. And I used to love this as a kid. You can see we got some potato powder and some meatballs. So all we gotta do is fill this up.
5 minutes later.
I'm not expecting your finest mashed potatoes here.
No.
It kind of smells like chicken bouillon.
Yeah, that probably is.
It tastes like, you know, you added like chicken bouillon or like better than, like something like that into the potatoes. You can tell there's something very fake about these.
Very pasty.
If you were camping, you
Yeah.
know, like something
Not
like
bad.
that, in that circumstance, this might be quite good and exactly what you want. I'm gonna give middle of the road. I'm gonna give this a 5 flat.
Ethan, imagine you're visiting a German grandma, a real-life Oma, and she gives you a shit ton of sweets. When they make them themselves, they're usually good. But when they buy them, they buy the weirdest shit. So the first thing is this. I don't even know, like it doesn't have a name really.
These you put on gingerbread houses.
But you're familiar with those?
I'm familiar with these.
Okay.
Yeah. They're not good.
Let's just confirm that they're as bad in Germany as they are in the States. That must be the worst texture in the world of sweets. Then your Oma is gonna be like, don't worry, Ethan. I also have this. Jelly bananas.
Jelly bananas.
Smell them.
Ooh.
It's not good.
Oh no. No, that ain't it. That ain't it.
What's the accumulated score for both of these?
All right, that I like could actually eat. It's just super generic. This is getting like a 3.6.
So barely edible in your world.
Barely. This, like, I never want to have that again. I don't know why these exist.
But now this one, grandmas are the only people buying this. But this one, let's say different.
Yeah, I mean, it smells like sweet milk chocolate. Softer than I thought. It's not as bad as these two.
It's kind of like milk chocolate with a little bit of
Yeah.
like nougat flavor or something. The thing is, it's chocolate with an extremely low melting point. When it's in your hand, it's like you can hold it, but once it's in your mouth, it just melts. I'm barely just holding this, it just touches my mouth and just starts to melt. Can you see on camera?
It's very sweet milk chocolate. I'm gonna go like a 4.8.
Not too bad,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Not too bad. Do you know Mozart?
Yes.
Would you like to taste his balls?
I mean, I'm down to try. Yeah.
There we are. Have you ever had
No.
Mozart balls or Mozart's balls?
Not at all. They come in a nice package though.
Yeah, 2 at a time. I am cheating a little bit because obviously Austria is not Germany. They're actually quite fancy.
It kind of got worse like the longer I chewed it.
Mine were really bad instantly. It's marzipan, which is like an almond sugar paste.
Yeah.
One of these layers has alcohol. I don't know which one. Maybe it's the center part or something. I don't know. I'm not happy about this one.
I'm gonna put it at the same level as the Maritz. So I'm gonna just go 5 flat.
Hold up a second. This is Andong from the future. Before we continue Ethan's great journey through the world of German snacks, let me share a quick message from this video's sponsor, Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN service, which means it keeps you safe and private by securing everything you do online. If anyone tries to snoop on you or get access to that data you're sending through the internet, Surfshark is like a protective layer. I always make sure to have it on when I'm on the road or traveling and logging on to God knows what random Wi-Fi networks. But wait, there's so much more. A VPN basically lets you virtually change your location, and that can come in super handy. Let me give you an example. When I'm traveling to other countries, but I still want access to my German Netflix library, which does have quite a lot of geo-restricted content, all I gotta do is pull up a German server on Surfshark, log into that, and boom, there is my geo-restricted German Netflix content. Also, quick question, do you consider yourself a savvy online shopper? Switch it on and you can compare prices without the platform serving you offers based on what you searched for in the past or where you happen to be at the moment. Do yourself the favor and check out the link in the video description to learn more about Surfshark. If you use that and my promo code Andong, you are gonna get 83% off. And that's not everything, you're gonna get another 3 whole months completely for free. Surfshark.deals/Andong. Thank you Surfshark for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back to Ethan and his German snack journey.
Ethan, time for some cheese. The special thing about this cheese, it is extremely low in fat. Like it has 30% protein, 0.5% fat. On paper, that is a food item that you should be interested in. Yeah, I didn't eat mine.
I'm confused at what this is now. It's like different in size. It feels like there's a waxy exterior and then like a slightly creamier interior. It's very salty. It's also like acidic.
It smells almost like rubber.
I don't think it's as bad as the jelly bananas, so I'm gonna give this like a 3.2.
So this thing is called Russisch Brot, which translates to Russian bread. I'm from a Russian family. I have no idea why this is called Russian bread.
Super light and crunchy. Because they kind of remind me a little bit of like ginger snaps, but like a less flavorful ginger snap.
I think the only reason these are popular is because they're in the shape of letters.
I think they're another kind of middle of the road thing.
Kind of meh, right?
Yeah, like I'll give them a 5.2.
So earlier today, Ethan, you said you don't like Nutella. And this is German off-brand Nutella. The thing people say is the percentage of hazelnuts is like way higher than in Nutella. So it's just like overall better ingredients.
Yeah. It's kind of overwhelming to me almost. Yeah, I think like if you really enjoy Nutella, you'd probably love this. Actually, with the pretzel bread, it's quite nice. The saltiness balances quite well. So on its own, I'll go like a 5. But if you gave me some pretzel bread, like that's going all the way up to like a 7-8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
These are every kid's favorite in Germany.
Potato bears. Ooh, it smells like ketchup and fries.
We need to show the air puffed texture.
But yeah, it's like a little sweet. It's a little bit tomatoey. I could totally sit down with like a bowl of these and like, yeah, you just run through them.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, this may be like probably my favorite so far.
Put a number on the rating.
I'm gonna go 8.1. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Time for another drink. Do you know yerba mate?
Yeah.
The South American tea-like beverage. Yep. Do you like yerba mate?
Not like the tea kind, but like the kind you get in a can that's like an iced tea.
If you had a mate-based iced tea, then maybe this will be familiar.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Yeah. Hard to describe exactly.
A lot of people describe it as ashtray.
So I definitely see it's one of those things that kind of grows on you a little bit. I'm gonna put these as like a 6.3. Prinzenrolle.
This is what I would like to call the Oreo of Germany.
They're not very sweet, but I kind of like them because they're not overly sweet. This kind of feels like something that your mom would like, you know, she didn't want you to eat like something super sweet. She'd kind of give you this instead. It's like a kind of a little bit of a compromise.
How do you rate Prinzenrolle?
It is very boring, but like, I feel like it's a good snack. But I'm gonna go like a 5.5.
Bringing out the heavy guns towards the end. Yesterday, we went out for beer. There were two flavors. One was like raspberry or currant or something like that. And then one was green, this thing we call Waldmeister. Literal translation is forest master. Apparently in English it's called sweet woodruff.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the forest master treatment.
Yeah.
We have a soda, a forest master soda, and we have a forest master jello with vanilla sauce.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Let's try a little bit plain first.
Just a tiny, tiny little. Yeah, it's a super interesting flavor though.
It's unique, right?
Yeah.
So let's just dump this over there. Oh yeah.
I don't know if the vanilla helps it or hurts it, to be honest. I think just this format of it, like in the jello with the custard sauce, is not really my jive. So I'm gonna give this specific like 4.3.
Let's go all the way and try Forest Master Soda. That color, that's Hulk juice.
Yeah. I like it a lot more as a soda. I'm gonna put this like right with those other like 6.7.
Oh, so actually not bad.
Yeah, like I think it's pretty solid. I wish it wasn't quite as sweet.
Turns out Ethan kind of digs German sodas.
Feels like a meat or a meat paste of some sort. Ooh, ground meat.
This is called Mett, and it is pork. But the interesting thing is how you eat it.
I don't know what we're getting into right now.
You know what we're doing with this?
Cooking it in some fashion?
We are not using this because you eat this raw. Have you ever had raw pork?
I don't think so. Fatty.
So sometimes when you buy this, it's lightly salted, lightly peppered, and has a little bit of onion in it. What they do here is they remove more of the like larger chewy parts.
Yep.
When you buy normal ground meat, it is often aged for a little bit. This one must be super, super fresh, like 5 days tops.
When would you eat this?
Breakfast. It's also extremely cheap, 80 cents for 100 grams. So I would recommend you do a thin layer of this, like not too much.
Yeah.
People like have raw beef, they have raw fish, and that's all cool. But then when Germans come along, like, sure, let's have some raw pork. Everyone's like, ew, raw pork. Sometimes it comes like in a special form, like Mett hedgehog.
What? You could scare a lot of people by putting that on their breakfast table.
Onions to your liking, I really think they add a lot. So raw onion, raw pork, that's how we roll in Germany. Ethan Schabowski eating raw pork for the first time. Hope that's not his last video.
It's honestly fine. Obviously, the ratio of how much you're using definitely matters.
The Mett itself kind of has almost no taste. It doesn't taste porky or anything.
Even I think without the butter and just the onions, the salt, the pepper, like those flavors are just so fresh and vibrant that like, it's honestly not that weird. Shockingly, I would rate this pretty high. On our final scale, like I'm actually probably gonna rate this like a 6.5.
Oh,
yeah.
6.5.
Yeah.
That's low. I was hoping for something higher, but hey, that's okay.
But yeah, I've literally never seen raw pork anywhere.
Ethan Schabowski has officially been Germanized. Cheers, Ethan. Thank you guys for watching. If you, for some reason, not subscribed to Ethan's channel, obviously go over to his channel, check it out. Can you do my signature sign off?